Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy December. It's officially the most wonderful time of the year and I hope you guys your December is off to a great start. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite things from the month of November, from entertainment to a lot of books, clothing, beauty, food and drink, and a priceless item. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting with entertainment, I have mentioned this podcast before quite a while ago, but now they have a TV show, and that's Lady Gang TV. So it's Keltie Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek. They have a podcast, and now they have a television show on E! I think there's only been 3 episodes so far, but it's really funny, and it's on at like 10:30 on Sundays, so I either have to really try to stay up or just record it and watch it the next day. But I've really liked it so far, and it's really cool to see a podcast that you don't get to see happening, you just hear it, to see that, and just to see how a podcast translates to TV. Obviously it's different, but it's just really cool to see, and it's cool to see how successful they are enough to get a TV show, and I really hope it sticks around. Next is a CD that came out this month, and it is Mumford & Sons Delta. So I am supposed to have a physical copy to hold up, but there's currently a postal strike going on in Canada, and it was mailed, so I don't know if it's ever going to come. But we're going to see them this month in a week or so, I think. I can't remember when this video is going to go up, but I've just been listening to it on Spotify, and I really like it. It's it's kind of, even though it's been years since Mumford & Sons sound has been what they first came out with, but it's always kind of weird to hear how they sound now, but I like it. This album is very calming, but at the same time it makes me want to blast it. I really like it. It is different, and I don't know, it's closer to their original sound. I feel like you could just change out the instruments and it would sound like their original stuff, and I get that they don't want to sound like that anymore. I am interested to see how the concert is going to go, to switch back and forth between their different sounds. But I've really liked it so far. My favorite songs are If I Say and Guiding Light, which Guiding Light came out, and then I'm pretty sure If I Say came out before it was released, but I do enjoy it, and I'm excited for the CD to come, to leave it in the car and just have it on. But yeah, let me know if you guys have listened to it and what you think. Next is books. I didn't even realize that, I think one of these I maybe read in October, but I didn't realize that I read this many books in November, and it's currently only the 24th when I'm filming this, so I'm probably going to read another one before the month is over. So the first one is All We Ever Wanted by Emily Giffin. I'm going to try not to go into what every book is about, just so that this isn't really long, but it is kind of similar to the movie, or the book The Party, that I read around the beginning of this year. So basically it's from the perspective of parents and then their kids, and something happens that's pretty crappy in the world of being a teenager, and just kind of how everyone deals with that, the consequences of that, how the teenagers react and deal with it, and then the parents as well. It was really interesting. I'm pretty sure I've read every book Emily Giffin has come out with, so I enjoyed it. I enjoy her writing style, and was happy to read another book from her, which she also wrote Something Borrowed, if you've seen that movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Next is The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. I will read the back of this. So, at the heart of the husband's secret is a letter that's not meant to be read. My darling Cecilia, if you're reading this, then I've died. Imagine your husband wrote you a letter to be opened after his death. Imagine, too, that the letter contains his deepest, darkest secret, something with the potential to destroy not only the life you built together, but the lives of others as well. And then imagine that you stumble across that letter while your husband is still very much alive. Cecilia Fitzpatrick has achieved it all. She's an incredibly successful businesswoman, a pillar of her small community, and a devoted wife and mother. But that letter is about to change everything, and not just for her. There are other women who barely know Cecilia or each other, but they too are about to feel the earth-shattering repercussions of her husband's secret. So this is the author of Big Little Lies, and I read this while we were on our honeymoon. I had started it, I was maybe 50 pages in. This was kind of the book that when I didn't have an ebook that you only get for 14 days through my library, when I didn't have something like that, I would read this. But I find her books, like, you read them so fast without even realizing. It doesn't even feel like that. But this book was a lot about consequences, and it was really interesting. It is dark, but then it's kind of like, well, what if this happens? Like, how do you deal with that and stuff like that? And I like how she paints the picture of there's all these different characters, and then all of a sudden there's something that connects them, and it makes sense why you're reading all these different perspectives. But I really enjoyed this, and I read it in about a week, taking out all the other times that I kind of read a little bit of it. Next is The Girl with a Clock for a Heart by Peter Swanson. This was an ebook that I read, so I don't have a physical copy, but I read this pretty fast, and it was like all I wanted to do was read this book. It was about, I'm trying to remember because I've read so much lately. So it was about a guy who, this girl from his past comes up, and she's done something bad, and he kind of agrees to help her, and then gets tangled in this messy web of breaking like the law and murder and all of these things, and it just kept like twisting and turning, and you're trying to figure it out, and like it was just really good. I've read a few of his other books. Her Every Fear I read recently, and then I've read The Kind Worth Killing. But I really like his writing style. And then at the end of his books, it usually has like his inspiration for the story and stuff like that, which is really interesting. And then last in the books is another Leanne Moriarty book. So this book I started reading after I finished this one. I had this on ebook, but so you only get it for 14 days. So I started it at the beginning of our 10-day honeymoon. So then by the time I got to reading it, because I didn't want to have my iPad like out by the pool where I was reading this one, I only had a couple days left, so then I was halfway through this when that expired, so I bought this on Amazon for like $12 and finished it in like 2 days after, so I read this in about a week. So this one is Alice Love is 29, crazy about her husband, and pregnant with her first child. So imagine Alice's surprise when she comes to on the floor of a gym. She hates the gym and is whisked off to the hospital, where she discovers that the honeymoon is truly over. She is getting divorced, has 3 kids, and is actually 39 years old. Now Alice must piece together the events of a lost decade and try to reconstruct her life at the same time. She also has to try to figure out why her sister hardly talks to her, and how it is that she has become one of those super skinny moms with really expensive clothes. Ultimately, Alice must discover whether forgetting is a blessing or a curse, and if it's possible to start over. I really like this one. It was, funnily enough, kind of like I Feel Pretty, the movie, but then it was just really interesting. But it was also like serious. I don't know. I like her writing style, and I have like all of her books on my to-read list, so now I've read 4. So I've read these 2, and then I've read Big Little Lies, and Truly Madly Guilty is the other one. So I would recommend it, and I like her writing style. So next is Beauty. This nail polish I have been wearing a lot. I'm not wearing it right now because I'm giving my nails a break because I've been wearing it so much. I don't know if you guys can see the color, but it's kind of like this purple. It's perfect for fall. It's called Adrenaline Crush. That ring you can't really see, but that's supposed to be kind of what it's like. But I really like it. It has like a silver undertone to it, but I've been wearing it a lot and I really like it. It's the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel, shade 204. And then the other thing I have been loving recently is this cream from TRESemmé. It's the Anti-Frizz Secret. I'm gonna put a clip in that I filmed like before I started filming of me using it so you can actually see the difference. Okay, so this is the cream. I'm just going to put like, I don't know, a bit bigger than a size of a pea. And this is like before I've even done anything with my hair. This is straight after I've curled it. Like I put hairspray in it and then just left it. But I do find that it reduces the frizz a little bit. Like, oh, I shed like a, I don't even know. Okay. There we go. But yeah, I really like it. I like the smell. I feel like it's the closest thing that I've found that actually like gets rid of frizz. Like, cause I get all those little hairs up here and it just like smooths it right away. It doesn't last all day, but I feel like it does a little bit of something, so that's good. Next is clothing, which I have on my lap, and I picked up this shirt from Pickering Co. When she had been teasing it for a really long time, and I saw that she was showing Sven and Olaf from Frozen, and I love Sven, but I don't like Olaf, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be Olaf, and I'm not gonna care. And then she revealed it, and it was Sven, and it's like, I almost cried just from seeing this Instagram post, so I had to get it right away. But it's this long sleeve, Christmas inspired, got a little Mickey on it, and then it has Sven on the back. But I love Sven so much that I had to get it, and I took a picture. This is like the one time that I've been like, Ethan, you need to take a picture of me because I can see this picture in my head for Instagram, and so I'll put a picture of that in there. But I love this, and I'm gonna wear it so much and around the Christmas holidays because I just love Sven. So it's from Pickering Co. I love her stuff. I have a lot of her shirts. So I would recommend it. I don't know if she's gonna sell it again. I know she did that release and they sold out, and then she did another one. So definitely check it out if you like Sven like I like Sven, which might be too much, but that's okay. Next in the food and drink category is something that I had on our honeymoon, but I'm going to attempt to recreate it at home because it was so good. So across the street from Aulani in Hawaii is a chain island vintage coffee, and I was told by my boss to get their acai bowl, and I did, and you guys, it was so good that I can't, like, I want it right now. And I'm gonna buy everything to try and make it. So I'll put a picture of it in, and I loved eating it out of the big mug. But, you know, healthy. I mean, the granola is probably like the only unhealthy part, but I'm gonna try and recreate it, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll try and I'll try it before this video goes up, and then I'll link the recipe that I used and how it was. But oh, so good, the granola, and then there was like a lily koi honey. Oh man, so good, and the banana and the fruit. Oh, it was delicious. And then the last thing is the priceless category, which is like something that, like an experience, a event, something that I enjoyed during the month that you could probably put a price tag on it, but it was priceless. And that was our honeymoon. Getting to spend 10 days, which is like the longest vacation Ethan and I have taken together in 6 years at least, but just the two of us, which we've never done for that long. It was so nice getting to see Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, just like for the both of us, for it to be our first time in those parks was amazing. And then getting to go to Hawaii, which is a country that, or not a country, a state, an island that I'd never thought that I would, like, I've always wanted to go, but never really thought that I was going to get the opportunity to go. And to go, it was just perfect, and I loved it. So those are my favorites from the month of November. Let me know what you guys have been up to, what your plans are for December, what you loved in the month of November. basically just strike up a conversation with me in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, have a happy December. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye.